Alzheimer's, What They Forget to Tell You, episode 37. Yes. Hi, Melina. What are you doing?
I'm doing the 37 dance? No.
There's a dance?
Too soon? Oh my god, did you see my hair move when I did that? Watch. Watch this.
What are you doing?
I'm moving my hair. Watch.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
It's interesting.
Guys! Guess what she brought me?
Hi, Shirley.
My very own. There's ice in it. Gratitude. My sister! Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just excited because last week you didn't bring me one. So this week...
I don't like the fact that you keep...
No, but last week, because
Why did you bring it up?
I was thirsty last week. But this week...
Is that necessary?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Really and truly, this is probably the first... Maybe it's not the first. Let me not lie. But I'm good, Bill. Hi, Karen. Hi, Gary.
What is this?
I'm trying to say something because this is the first time that I don't really have a topic.
You mean this is the first time you don't know what to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the first time ever in your life.
I'm trying to finish my second book, and I was in the zone, but then I knew we had to do this podcast, so I got out of the zone for this podcast. And I really want to finish it by this week.
So in other words, she really doesn't want to be here. That's what she's trying to say.
Oh, hi, Azura. That was rude.
Cutting me off
that was
in
rude.
the middle of it.
That's not what I wanted to say.
But she's calling me rude. But really, she's the one being rude. You see how that works? I think it's an age thing. It's an age thing.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, see that?
See what you did there. That's okay. Everyone knows we're a decade apart. Okay.
Okay, so since we don't know what we're talking about, what are we talking about?
Does anyone else? Does anyone have anything to talk about?
Well, how about we talk about your book since you just kind of threw that out there? What is your first book was about, and do you have a copy of that here?
Yeah.
Your first book was about your journey with this disease, Alzheimer's, with your mom, my aunt. So this was book number 1. And it was really great because it was a huge resource for people who are going through this for the first time. Like a lot of great information in terms of, you know, medications and places to go and things to look up. And again, see?
Let's talk about look.
How about I'm not going to talk.
No, because
I'm going to zip it.
No, you read the book.
Yes,
so,
I did.
Right. So you would be a good person. It's a good perspective from you because you didn't know anything about Alzheimer's like myself.
Well, I knew a little. I knew what I learned in school, but I didn't know anything firsthand.
Right. So,
yes.
What did you think?
Well, and again, I read it a while, like years ago. Like it's probably 2014 when I read it, so it's not fresh in my head. But I do remember after reading it, I thought, wow, this would be a great book to give somebody who is just learning that their loved one is diagnosed with the disease, doesn't really know where to go, what to do, where to turn, what steps are to be taken next. This was a really good resource for that. So that's something I can kind of attest to, because it's really more your own personal experience going through your journey with it. It's not really a textbook version of definitions and stuff like that. It's more your journey. Right?
Right, which brings me to the second book, which is more textbooky. That's a word. You can use it.
No, you don't get to make up words as you go.
I'm making them up.
Okay. Well.
Textbooky.
Textbooky.
That's a word. You can use it. It's copyrighted.
I don't want to use that.
Okay, anyways, let's, on a a serious note, it's more about the intricacies of the brain and how dementia attacks the brain and which parts. And because I guess when I wrote this book, there was nothing but textbook information, so high-level medical information was accessible at that time, but there was nothing on how to live with the disease. However, now, of course, 18 years in, I probably would have benefited from a book that I'm writing right now, which is kind of like, I break it down in layman terms of what parts of the brain, different types of dementia is affected by the atrophy. So it helps knowing what part of the brain is affected so that you can deal with the disease. It makes more sense to you instead of being frustrated. Like now I'm like, oh my gosh, now that's what was happening with my mom, and oh, now I get it. It makes more sense. I'm a person that needs to know why, so it would have helped me in hindsight, but hindsight's 2020.
There's a song like that. My dad used to listen to it. Merle Haggard.
Okay.
Country and Western.
Good to know. What, hindsight's 2020? Is it called Hindsight is 2020?
I don't know
Hi,
the
Betty.
title of it, but that's how the song starts. And I would actually rock it, but you don't appreciate
Hi,
my
Lee.
vocals. You see how you
No,
I can't
well,
with you when you
hi.
but you're the one that called me out podcasts ago. I don't think people appreciate it when you really do that. And then you went in.
Are you gonna sing it? No, because you did the ESO thing a while
You're
back,
a hater.
and you still haven't convinced me that there's a song.
Bill
on your
told
radio.
you. Everyone told you that it existed.
Not
I
everyone.
YouTubed it for you.
Not convinced.
That's not
Okay,
my
so
issue.
who's this person? Marie Haggard?
Merle.
Sorry. Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard.
And how does it go? Hindsight is 20. Like, how does it go? How does it go? Come on, you're keeping people hanging. Are you making this up?
Yes.
Okay, well, how does it go?
It doesn't go.
Okay, fine. Be that way. You had your time to sing it. Do you really know it? Okay, sing me one verse. Okay, just do the chorus.
I don't like you right now. I just thought I'd put that out there.
Rude. Okay, so that's basically what I'm working on right now. That book. And I want it to be done this week. I'm giving myself a deadline. Okay, so lip sync battle. There's no lip sync battle because I don't know Merle Haggard.
You're a hater.
Haggard.
Is
she still alive?
It's a man. Oh my god.
Merle is a man? Oh, it's like a Kim. Is it like that? Huh. Isn't it ambiguous?
This is the same guy that sang for the Queen. He sang for royalty because he's like country and western royalty, like George Jones, Conway Twitty, like that era, like where my
Do you
dad.
see the deer in the headlights?
I am really shocked that you can sit here as my family and pretend that you don't know who Merle Haggard was when my father was like the #1 fan for about, I don't know, 60 years.
I just used to hear it at your house. I didn't know who the artists were. Sorry.
Debbie Davis, do you hear this nonsense? She doesn't know who Merle Haggard is, but she claims to know who Dad was? Like, how does that even connect?
I used to hear... Let me say it again.
You didn't even know Merle Haggard was a man. You thought it was a woman. Don't talk anymore about Merle. May he rest in peace.
I was actually calling her Maria. Gets worse. Okay, sorry. Sorry I'm not hip on the country and western
It's
genre.
absolutely disgusting.
I know Kenny Rogers. And I know he's a man.
Because of what? Dolly Parton. Only
No,
because of Dolly Parton.
No, because of him. I liked his music.
Name one song.
Coward of the County.
Do not make me fall off this couch right now.
What? I was right.
Sing it.
No.
Sing it now.
No way.
Sing it.
I'm not a singer. Okay, you sing it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You sing.
You just be making up stuff as we go. Textbookish.
No, Merle. Why don't you sing Merle? Play some Merle. Okay, go. Not play it on your phone. You were bragging
Guys,
just the other day that
continue.
you know. No, you're bragging that you know.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed right now for
You're
all of my
ashamed.
listeners.
I'm so sorry that I'm not hip to the
You're
country
not.
and western genre.
You can't. Listen, I'm so upset. I can't even. You called Merle Marie.
First of all, right now you were just saying just a second ago that you knew all the words.
You see her finger?
But
watch her finger.
You're looking it up.
Watch her finger.
You're going on
See
YouTube.
if she still has a finger at the end of this podcast.
I don't think she knows any of the words because she's looking it up on YouTube.
Okay.
You don't need to do that. You're calling a friend right now. You're using a 50-50.
At least I'm not calling her him, her. Oh my god.
Well, Merle?
Haggard!
Okay. How do you spell it?
Look, my sister just wrote it for you. Okay? Read it. It's
Oh,
not Marie
Merle
Haggard.
Haggard.
I
Rock
can't.
the country world. Okay. Oh, that's what he looks like?
I can't stand you right now. Okay, so we're gonna donate
You
this
can't
one.
even skip
We're
ads.
gonna dedicate this one to my dad because this is what I grew up listening
Sorry,
to.
Uncle Bill. I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
you better apologize
I'm
because
sorry.
that's damn shameful. Right now he's just like, wow, just shaking his head, just like straight up shaking his head. Take it all in, guys. This was my favorite song. This is gonna make me cry. Oh dear, this is gonna make me cry. Oh, this is gonna make me cry.
You're too emotional. Maybe you shouldn't play this. Save yourself. Pause it.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Okay. We're not gonna do that right now.
Alright. You okay?
No. Give me a second.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't know Merle was a man. I just want to put it out there. I really didn't know. I'm not even joking. Anyhow, okay, so what we're going to talk about is Karen suggested, which, thank you, Karen, that's a good. I've started my practice in Orangeville counseling, and I am opening it up to people who need to talk about what they're going through or that they need some advice or any counseling that you may need. I'm available. I'm also available for telephone counseling too. And so, hi Anita, I will post my new phone number. And
Don't look at me.
are we okay?
No.
Well, you started this.
You started it.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Because I didn't know Merle
I don't
was
want
a
to talk
man.
about Merle anymore.
You're grouchy.
Allergies.
You're emotional.
Hello? I'm not hiding it. I've told you this since I was born.
A little bit dramatic. You okay?
No. Okay, so what are we talking about the second? Are we talking about the second book or you already talked about it?
We already did. We
We covered it.
We're done. Okay, so now, speaking of the book, so Cindy, who is also counseling, we are at the same office. We're both going to compile notes. We're doing a call out for stories for people who are caregivers for your parent or loved one that has dementia. And we're going to compile a book and we're going to share the proceeds for our new foundation and split the proceeds with you as well. Did that make sense?
Not at all.
Pretty sure it did.
So why don't you try in
What?
layman's terms what you were trying to say
What did you get?
I didn't get any of it outside of you're starting something with Cindy and there's a book happening and proceeds will go into your pocket.
Right.
That's all I got.
And to the foundation that we're starting.
The foundation.
Right. For caregivers.
That one.
Right. So any stories, we're doing a call out. Cindy has it on her website. I'm going to put it on mine. It's a call out for any stories that you have regarding caregiving or grief or any things that you're going through. And we're going to compile a book about it and share the proceeds with you. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Are you better now?
Yes.
Is that all you're going to say?
Yes.
Come on.
No, because then when I talk, you cut me off. Or you're like, hi this person, and hi that person, and in the middle of whatever I'm saying is like a finger here, and a finger there, and a finger. And like, yeah, it just gets distracting, and it's too much. So it's too much.
So how's your week going?
You know, let me see, my week. Since last time we talked. Good week.
Great. We didn't talk about one Alzheimer related thing today.
I tried, and you cut me off as usual, so booyaka.
I don't think that's a real word.
Oh, but textbookish.
No, it was textbooky. I'm sure that's a word. UrbanDictionary.com.
Why is my tummy touching my throat?
Because you're pregnant.
Shh!
It's out.
Where?
Everyone knows.
Who does? Like your mother right now. Oh, it's my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Auntie Jill.
65.
Are you going to sing happy birthday?
No.
Okay.
You're cut off all my singing privileges, okay? Cut.
Is that all it took?
Yeah, Marie Haggart. Yeah, that's all it took. That's it.
It's an honest mistake considering.
That's shameful. You can't, sorry.
I didn't even know Merle was androgynous. I didn't know that name Merle was androgynous.
Whether the name was androgynous or not, the fact it's like Michael Jordan. Like, you just, Tiger Woods. Like, there's just certain names that whether it's a man or a woman.
I'm pretty sure it's not like Michael Jordan.
I'm telling you, he was probably the biggest country music star in the entire world.
Okay.
And the fact that you can sit here and pretend like you don't know that.
I'm not disputing it. No, I didn't know. But I'm not disputing his...
I can't with her. Like, do you see why I can't? Like,
hi, Kevin.
I cannot. Bill, help me, Bill.
Why?
I can't.
So are you just assuming Bill is like country music 101?
No, but when he types, yes, I know, that means he knows. Is there anything else?
Maybe he knows you're pregnant.
Maybe he knows that you think you know everything and no one can say nothing because he understands my pain.
I blatantly just said I didn't know who Merle was.
I'm done.
I didn't know Merle was a man. So
Zip
forget that
my
he was
lip.
a country music legend.
Rest in peace, Merle.
Oh, he's dead?
I'm done.
How would I know? I didn't even know he was a man. Baby steps. Oh, he died? When? How old was he? Was he old? Is it a tragic story? Did he have a full life?
I hate you right now.
I'm asking. I want to know now.
I'm not telling you anything.
Okay, fine.
Ask your viewers.
No.
No, you're cut off.
Jeez, can't learn anything around here.
Nope.
Maybe I want to know now.
There's Google.
Fine. I'm going to Google Merle Haggard. I was going to say Hubbard.
I know.
It's going to be like, are you trying to say... Okay.
I can't. I'm done. Let's be done with that. Can we get on to the next thing?
Sure.
Oh my god. What is the next thing?
I don't know.
So we covered my stomach hurts.
It's the baby.
Don't blame it on my unborn.
Even he doesn't like, or she doesn't like Merle.
Yo, don't talk about my baby like that, eh? We be jamming to Merle.
You're lying.
We're
That's
jamming.
why the first time you Googled Merle, you're jamming to lie and say yes.
I'm not lying.
Lie and say yes.
I'm not lying.
Lie and say yes.
Merle is a big part of my life, man.
So you've been no. That's.
I would say from the time I moved into this house, from the time my dad passed, I would probably say maybe 2 or 3 Saturdays when I was home alone, cleaning the house, I would put on like a playlist and I would just bawl. Because it's all memories for me. So
Okay, well, I can't dispute that. Thanks.
You be jamming.
Alright. You
Merle.
and Merle.
Can we move on from Merle?
Well,
You keep bringing him up.
because I'm just
Episode
37.
That's right.
Okay. I'm just a little bit discombobulated today.
A little bit?
A little bit scattered. Well, it's just like, trying to press pause and play from last week and figuring out where I am.
You said last week you wanted to talk about something that was going on with you and your mom. You said, yeah, you dropped it a couple times, and I'm pretty sure people, well, if they don't remember, they remember now, but
it's okay. I'm not going to say what it is exactly. No, because I'm not ready. But in the palliative journey,
for those who don't know, explain.
It's the end of life.
And she's been in that for going on 3 years. In November it'll be 3 years. And that's not normal. So trying to live in that end of life journey is sometimes tedious, because every day I'm always preparing myself. So every day it's like, is it today? Is it today? And it's typically, my mom, of course, breaks all the norms. So she is an anomaly when it comes to this disease. So when she first went into palliative care, they were preparing me for, we had to go through this chart. So the chart is, I guess, starts at, I think, 40% life expectancy. And then, the nurse will go through it with you every time they visit on the percentages. And it was going down. So it's like, my mom was at 30% when she got out of the hospital. And then she's at 20%. So they're preparing you, okay, this is what's going to happen. Of course, 0 is death. So I had to sign a DNR, which is a do not resuscitate. And we went through, if my mom gets pneumonia, we're not treating it. If, she has cardiac arrest, I'm not calling it a paramedic. My mom will just pass away. I'm calling the funeral home when my mom passes. So I had to prepare for a funeral. I just had to go through a whole bunch of things immediately because they were preparing me. So I went through it could be soon. I called my brother to be on standby because we were just waiting for when she stopped swallowing or any of these things happened. And it clearly is going on 3 years. So I've been living kind of, except of course her life expectancy went up, which doesn't happen when you're in palliative care, but it did for my mom. So the last 3 years, I would say, going on 3 years, I've lived like this, where I don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow or, And so my mom also suffers from seizures, which she has been for the past, I'd say, 5 to 7 years, and they've just become more frequent now. So it was just deciding if we were treating this, it's just a lot at this stage of the game where you're dealt with a lot of moral dilemmas, and it's sometimes not fair, I think, is what I'm going through right now, of deciding, what's best for somebody in this, am I prolonging it's a lot for one person, and I'm the one person. So that's what I was going through last week. And when I feel comfortable, I'll talk about it more. Fair enough.
But these are the things you have to deal with at the end of life.
Yeah. Yeah, that brings me back a little bit to when Dad first went into the hospital and we didn't think he was going to make it out. And the one thing that I remember him distinctly saying to us before he got sick was, should you ever get me or see me in a place or position where I'm hooked up to tubes and machines, it's just not what he wanted. He's like, I don't want that. I don't, let me go. I don't want to be on life support. I don't want a machine breathing for me. And so when it actually took place, it was a really difficult decision for the family to make, because on one hand you have the doctor saying, well, he can pull through, he just needs some assistance and time in the ICU on these machines. Mm-hmm. And then on the other hand, how detailed he felt and how adamant he was about, this is not what my wishes are. So you're caught between how you personally feel, your own selfish thoughts about, I don't want him to go, I don't want him to die, I want to save him and do whatever I can to make sure I prolong his life, but then, I'm going against his wishes, and it's very tough to be put in a position like that. So,
and it's worse in my situation because my mom's nonverbal.
She can't talk,
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I can't ask her how she feels about anything. I don't know if she's in pain. I don't know. Like, I'm just going by trying to read her facial expressions, to see, but I have no clue.
No, and it's
Makes
true.
It harder.
Very hard. And we were talking about that last week, where it's like, so even if you do continue to resuscitate or to continue to, help her through or treat, it's like, what kind of quality of life is she really?
She has zero quality. My mom has had zero quality of life for a long. I can't even remember when she had a quality of life, to be honest, which is sad to say, because this is like, almost 2 decades. Like, the reality is the disease, progresses. So she was nonverbal. She lost her speech. Like I said, I can't remember her voice. So it's been a long time, definitely over 10 years, that she wasn't able to speak. So, it's just this guessing. It's constantly guessing. Like, I don't know, maybe. And then I'm never gonna. It's such that moral dilemma of, am I doing the right thing? Because it doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it. But, and I was saying it's just weird because it's things heal on my mom, which I guess normally don't. So, like, her bed sores, she has no bed sores now, like none, and that's what her body is deteriorating. I don't understand it, and it's attributed to her care, right? So it's like, it's a double-edged sword, really. It's catch-22. Like, I'm doing a great job, but am I?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
those
a lot.
moral dilemmas that you have to live with at the end, and it's quite different in home care and versus. I'm convinced about this. If my mom was I'm sure. Personally, I don't think she would have probably lasted this long in a nursing home, for sure, because she probably would have given up the will.
Or they just wouldn't be treating her as hands-on as what she's been getting at home. She would have just been one of many, like a number.
Because there's a lot of shortages.
A lot of shortages, and there's a lot of people going through the same type of journey. So she can't be. It's not a one-on-one specific focus. It's more of a, okay, we get to this person, then next person, and the next. It's not individualized. And you've said it before, where, your mom only has Alzheimer's, whereas some other people are dealing with many more ailments with the disease as well. So that tends to, speed up their process in terms of,
like, she's healthy.
Dying and stuff.
Imagine she's healthy other than Alzheimer's. Like, all her organs are healthy.
Yeah. So, you'll find a lot of people that have so many other diseases
like high
with
blood
it.
Pressure,
and so that will end up kind of speeding up their road to death much quicker than somebody like, my aunt, who only has.
Who funds mom's home care? We do. It's not covered.
She has a great pension because she worked her ass off when she was
She's a registered nurse, and my dad had a very good job. He's a manager of the airport. So, yeah.
It makes you think, for people who weren't so successful in their careers and their lives, what kind of difference their care is versus,
like Cindy was talking about, like, what happens is you can go to a nursing home and the government will just take your pension, right? Whatever it is. So you would get care, but there's a waiting list to get into a nursing home. So exactly, it's a huge problem, which is why I wanted to open the foundation in the first place, Anita, for people like who, it's exorbitant. I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's so easy to keep somebody out. You have to pay a person a salary, so you become an employer. So you have to do source deductions. You have to do a T4. Like, I had to learn how to do that like 18 years ago, which wasn't hard because I had a store, so it was easy for me. But yeah, you hire somebody privately and pay them, and it's a salaried position. So because CCAC or LIN, they're called the Local Integration Health Network now, they do not subsidize a lot of PSW hours. They're actually cutting back. You get minimal hours with them, and that's covered by the Ministry of Health. So if you want to keep your loved one at home, you have to fork out this money, which is why, again, I would like to start this foundation to help people pay for I guess caregiver hours, because nobody else is doing it. So I know how hard it is, so that's part of the reason why I want to start this foundation for caregivers, for self-help and for self-care, and to give you respite care for your loved one.
Okay. Well, here we go again about...
We always say, I come over here.
We're going to do this fast.
It's either you or me. Because, like, you're like, oh, let's just do a quick one. And then I'll be like, today I was like, let's just do a quick one because I have to get back to my book because I want to finish it.
So, let's get you back to the book. Unless there's any other questions or concerns. If not, leave them in the comments or DM or whatever, and we'll cover it.
And I'm going to put the link to the stories. It's very, I'm not just saying this, but I found, as I don't know if anyone knows, but the book wasn't supposed to be a book. I just started journaling for cathartic purposes. So it might help you to start writing about what you're going through, and then we can compile it and you can be published. I'll put that link on Cindy's website.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
No, that's about it. Your aunt's still hanging in?
Yeah, she ain't ready yet, man.
75. She's 3/4 of a century.
That's a song, too.
From who? Are you making this up?
The guy who just died. What's his name? Canadian dude.
Did he have Alzheimer's?
Brain cancer. Gordon. What's his name? I can't remember.
She has pregnancy brain. Ole Merle. Merle's like, we don't talk about Merle.
No, you don't get to talk about Merle. Shamed Merle today. Damn,
I didn't
disgusting.
shame a person I don't know.
You did.
It's different.
It's gross. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We're done here.
I don't think that's fair. I think that was a fair question for me to ask if he was a woman. If he was a woman.
Oh my god. What's this guy's name?
Gord Donnie.
No, Gord something. It's not Donnie. Close. I'm about to get it. Gord. He just passed away. He was like Canadian music. Gosh, what was his name?
Did you post it? Is that why you're looking there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's serious.
I am serious. He was huge. And his music again was like iconic. Here. This guy here. What's his name again?
Hi, Donna.
Gord Downie.
That's what he said.
That's Donnie.
So you couldn't. So even though he said Donnie.
No, because I thought there was something else. There's another name in his name, but it wasn't. Tragically Hip. Yes. Why don't I my brain. Wow. Yeah, blame it on the pregnancy, because I'm telling you, boy. Yeah, he passed away. I think he had brain cancer, and huge Canadian icon music. Tragically hip. Woo. All right, let's end this up.
Okay.
On a musical note.
He corrected. See, Downey. W. Like,
so if somebody messed up your name and was like Karen with a K, and someone came back and said, actually, no, it was Karen with a C, would you not be appreciative?
No, because I would have got the info.
If you were gone and you passed away and you weren't here, would you appreciate the fact that somebody came back and like honored your name properly?
You need to calm down.
No, you need to stop it.
You need to calm down.
This is the second person that you're like, it's Marie, Haggard, Hubbard, Mother Tubbard. Okay?
I know the worst. Jesus Christ. Hubbard. Both names wrong. And it's a female I'm looking for. Like, this isn't it. And I'd be like, so fast. This isn't it. They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, guys, we gotta go. That's a wrap. I need to go lay down. Oh, I got a headache. Okay.
I learned something new today. 2 things.
Peace and love. We'll catch you next week. Hopefully.
I think Sharon will come on next week. Talk about her experiences with her mother-in-law, who just recently was diagnosed.
Bill, we're waiting for you.
Yeah, we're still waiting, Bill.
Would love to hear from you.
We're not going to forget.
Love to hear that male perspective. So just let us know when you are ready. Yeah. All right. That's a wrap. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next week.